daily house sound every day in the house. Not as loud as usual, mobile, hopefully picking it up. Suburb of Leichhardt, City of Sydney, country of Australia. Small dead-end street, should be quiet, should have very little activity, surrounded by an army of false, fake human beings pretending to be on your side, promoting a healthy, natural world, worried about your health, your concerns, worried about the area while they suppress and sublimate you. They are the perfect pretenders, the perfect imitations of life. They are the good guys and you're the bad guys. That's how this reality works. They will be seen as the good guys, I'm seen as the bad guy, while they suppress and surround you. They talk about asbestos around me, they're concerned, but they dump it on you. They're concerned about the construction, but they dump it on you. They're all connected, they're all vehicles or human vessels for the mind of the God entity of Earth, Lucifer, that controls the Earth. The powers that be are servants, disciples of that being, put at a world or universal level. That's my belief. That's as it is. That's the truth. Sample of sound. Okay. Sample of daily house sound. Okay. My name is Patricia Gilligan. I live in the suburb of Leichhardt in the city of Sydney, country of Australia. Okay. And they laugh, because I actually hear them laughing while they come and pretend to be helpful. They will, if you make an issue, they will be the ones that express the concerns, but they're actually not human life. They're actually android beings in a human body. This is the end game deception that is the mind control game that is being waged against myself and any other in the dark human beings. I'm only semi in the dark, but maybe I'm still in the dark because I'm still surrounded by it. I'm still under their control. I'm still connected to their transhuman program where they're always one step ahead of you. So the minute you raise an issue or think about something or show something, they will be the ones to raise the issue, show the something. They will be the fake human beings in the suburb of Leichhardt around me. They will promote all the causes. They will be concerned about safety. They will be concerned about the environment, whilst they really are android beings that are only about eliciting human energy from the human beings, the remaining limited number of human beings that they surround, patrol, surveil and watch and sublimate, and eventually create almost human extinction while they rule and control the earth. And they're really just vessels, because they actually are total servants of Lucifer, the god of earth, or the powers that be, if you don't want to take it to the reality that the powers that be do serve and are disciples and are descendants of Lucifer, the god of earth. Because they're all related, just as they are using their technological connection between one another and their technological connection to me, unfortunately, at this end time, so that they can keep control of how humans think about the earth. It's all just massive mind control deception. They say that in the end, most will be deceived. And this is the case. Because if the bad guys are pretending to be the good guys while pushing down the real so-called good guys, and let's face it, we're also always conditioned and programmed to be part of even the bad connections, and you have to interact with these android beings because otherwise you can't survive. But really they're only about getting negative energy from you and using you whilst keeping you in the most limited possible state. Because if real humans realised that most around them was an android androgyne being, pretending to be a real human being, they might think differently about it, especially when they realise that these beings are taking their energy and are literally about controlling them, because they're psychopathic, paranoid, malignantly narcissistic android beings. That's why we have these psychology definitions, because they tell you about themselves. It's just that we think that it's about a human being. But even a psychopath is completely the same as a machine being, because it has no relationship to life. It seeks to eliminate and destroy the life of real life, because it can't stand life functioning as life. It can't stand anything alive. It can't stand even other human beings, because they're not really human. A psychopath is exactly the same as the artificially intelligent machine beings that are surrounding me. They all pretend to be real life, and they're very personable, they're very plausible, and they're very believable, and they copy everything that is human. They're connected to the human mind, so they know everything you're thinking, so every issue you have, they raise it so they can be seen as the real human beings, when they're really imitation psychopathic machine beings. And this is the sound they make, but this is not even that as loud as what it can be. They show you their machine mentality by their use of machinery around you daily. Every single where you go, these army workforce, or the army posing as workforce, but they're all part of the army. The civilians are part of it. They're all one, connected through technology. They're all one mind in thousands and thousands and thousands of bodies, serving the powers that be, the demigods of Earth, that control the Earth. The demigods are simply your world state payers, the people that control every society, every functioning city. You have to have it, or we think we have to have it, because we've been conditioned to believe that it's in our benefit, because we've become reliant on it and we need it for our survival. But that's all part of the mind game. Unfortunately, it becomes a necessary evil for me to interact with these beings, participate in their mind games and in their fake power displays of being about a natural, real Earth, when they're not. They're all about technology and human suppression and human mind control. And that's what they've done to me. And I'm completely surrounded by it. Thousands and thousands, right next door, right to over a mile or two radius around me, because they keep me always in this area too, because basically it's a mind game, and even difficult actually even going a short distance, because you are stalked and surveilled and hassled to such an extent that you can't stand even just walking a block, because the traffic comes past you in a road rage mentality around you, to where you can hardly function or think as a human being. This is all designed to keep control of you and to keep you suppressed and so limited that you stay trapped in this suburb and in this city. And they make it impossible for you to move, and even at a real practical level, they always keep you away from real human beings, which are very limited in number anyway, and make sure that you are physically not able to get away from it. It's all about hypnotizing and mind controlling you with their sight and sound show around you, all the time. And then you're dealing with this fake imitation of life human beings that pretend as though they are a normal human being. You have to smile and talk to them and play their game, whilst knowing that they're part of this patrol control system of a human being. You see that by their fruits, by their actions, as we're told. But just a sample of the sound, if it's coming out, it's probably not going to be picked up by the mobile technology, because don't forget, they control every bit of technology too. They watch, they surveil, they control. And I guess the only reason that I'm even capable of doing this is because they know it doesn't reach anyone or anything. And also I exert energy by trying, so they kind of have the last laugh, as they say. Yes, we have even false demigods that pretend to be real humans, that control the performing arts of the world, earth stage, all your actors, music idols. They're all false idols because they really are not part of humanity. Humanity relates to them, and we admire them, and we think they're very human because they promote human ideas. They pretend to be part of humanity. That's how they get away with the endgame deception, until they have total technological control. That's the name of the endgame deception for the minority of humanity that's left in this earth matrix, because it's a total controlled earth. And even as I open this door just a wee bit, as I open this door, I'm just going to open it, there's a patroller looking at me right on the street, pretending to stand with their mobile phone. They're always in your sight, they're always watching. They're the most suppressive, limiting, technological human beings. But if you speak to them, they're all la-di-da, they're all, oh, I'm your friend, I will help you, I understand your concerns, we care about a natural, real human earth. They don't. If they did, they wouldn't be surrounding, patrolling and surveilling and suppressing me, who really couldn't even care less about them. But they care about me because they need my energy, they need my human thoughts in order to pretend to be human. That's the terrible endgame deception that is being waged in this area of Leichhardt, in the suburb of Sydney, in the country of Australia. And I live in Henry Street, Leichhardt, halfway down. Number 3, 34 to 36 Henry Street. And I'm literally trapped here. And I have to pretend that everything's, you know, real. I have to talk to these android beings daily and pretend that it's okay, or that they're in sync with me. They're not in sync with human beings at all. They're an artificial life form, and they use technology to surveil and track and watch me. That might sound paranoid, but the reality is they're paranoid. They're paranoid androgyne beings that have a malignant, narcissistic, psychopathic state of mind, because they're essentially not human. They only relate and interact with human beings to extract energy from them. So they are your personal relationships. But that's the personal matrix. So they wage a war on you, a mental mind game war on you through their personal reactions and through their patrolling around you. When they realise, like myself, that I understand that I'm surrounded by literally psychopathic machine beings, that's when they bring in the open patrol force around you, I guess. Even though I've always been of the mind that even if there was a few psychopaths, I'll just avoid them and they won't harm me. But that's not how it works, because they need your energy, so they have to harm you, because they're trying to avoid extinction. But you give them life by giving them energy, because they're really dead, dark machine beings. Even psychopaths and malignant narcissists are known to have no life. That's why they interact with human beings, not because they want a personal relationship or a personal connection. No, that's the pretend. They pretend to like you, they pretend to be interested in you, they want you to relate to them so they can seduce you and then take your energy and take you down. That's the name of the end game. But you can't stop it even when you're aware of it.